toast, under the grill. A few hours later I went to clean the drips of cheese off of the grill pan. Used a sponge and got most of them off, but not all. The drips had formed crusty flat scabs of cheese on the pan, and as with any scab, TIFU by making a sharp cheese mistake. My evening began with a simple meal, cheese toast under the broiler. Later, while cleaning the grill pan, I encountered the remnants of the melted cheese. I used a sponge to wipe away most of the stubborn cheese drips, but a few had hardened into crusty, flat patches. In a moment of carelessness, I tried to scrape them off, just as one would remove a scab. Unfortunately, the cheese proved to be sharper than anticipated and cut under my fingernail. I'm still trying to process this unexpected turn of events. A sharp cheese had managed to cause a painful injury, leaving me bewildered. Now, I'm focused on letting my injured finger heal. I'll eventually have the last laugh, but for now, I'm dealing with the aftermath of my cheese mishap. I now understand why age matters. So I am 26 and this girl I am talking to is 19. She's never had a BF, never had sex before as a virgin, and sadly she is super annoying. I get bombarded with Snapchats, text messages and constant selfies every 10 to 20 minutes. She complains about me not GIV. A realization about age. As I reflect on my interactions with a 19-year-old girl, I've come to realize the significance of age differences in relationships. Being 26, I've noticed a substantial disparity in maturity levels. She's never had a long-term partner, remains a virgin, and unfortunately, her behavior can be quite trying. The constant barrage of Snapchats, texts, and selfies every 10 to 20 minutes is overwhelming. She frequently expresses frustration that I'm not giving her enough attention and asks for video calls, which only adds to the feeling of being suffocated. It's as if we're from different worlds, and I'm starting to wonder if this is a characteristic common to many young adults or if it's just her. I'm beginning to feel like the grumpy neighbor in a situation where I either need to accept being the buzzkill or reevaluate the dynamic of our relationship. Future Mill Rewards Points Program. So it's Christmas and my fiancé and I are FaceTiming with his parents. Things are going great, and then it got better. So I was thinking about doing a trust fund for you and your sister, just in case anything were to happen. However, the Christmas conversation as we sat down for our FaceTime call with my fiancé's parents, the atmosphere was warm and festive. Everything was going smoothly, but then his mother dropped a bombshell that would leave us both speechless. I was thinking of setting up a special fund for your future children, just to ensure their well-being. But here's the twist, I had a peculiar thought, and I must admit it initially seemed silly. What if we tied the rewards to their daily actions? Each time they call or message us, we could deposit a small amount into their account. His mother's suggestion sent a mixture of surprise and excitement through our digital connection. It was clear that she had been thinking deeply about their future family's needs, and this idea, though unconventional, had sparked a new way of thinking about their bond and relationship. This is real life. 38-year-old admitted to having sex with minor. So a guy on a dating app, rhymes with binder, was trying to get me to have a three-way with a younger guy. Turns out the guy is 15 years old in high school. I am absolutely disgusted, but I don't know if there's enough info to take tea. Incident with a dating app user raises concerns. I recently encountered an individual on a social media platform, the name rhymes with binder, who attempted to persuade me into engaging in a threesome with someone described as younger. Further investigation revealed that the younger person is actually a 15-year-old high school student. This discovery left me deeply disturbed, and I'm unsure whether I possess sufficient information to report this incident to the authorities. From what I gathered, the 38-year-old individual in question resides in the same neighborhood as the minor. I would appreciate any guidance on how to proceed, as I strongly believe this person should be held accountable for their actions. TLDR, concerned about a 38-year-old person who tried to arrange a threesome with a 15-year-old minor on a dating app. Choosing beggar tries to sell unappreciated Christmas gifts. Mary Bratmus, I hope I did this right. The rules say to use Imager, so here is the link to the screen grabs. So a former acquaintance was really upset about not getting a Nintendo Switch for Christmas. She decide. A former friend's gift conundrum. Mary Bratmus. I hope I've met the requirements correctly, as the guidelines specify using imager links for image documentation. A former acquaintance expressed disappointment at not receiving a Nintendo Switch for Christmas. In response, she chose to vent her frustrations on Facebook by publicly airing her grievances against her parents. She also decided to list her Christmas presents from them for sale, with a clear distinction made between her gifts, purple, and those of her friend, blue. Following this incident, I have chosen to distance myself from this individual on social media. JNMIL insists she will be taking my kids to another country without my permission. She insists that she can and will. I just can't deal with her shit anymore, guys. She said she can easily whisk my kids away and that I'd have to go and pick them up if I wanted them back. She's Lee. My ex is threatening to abduct our children. My ex-partner, Janemil, is claiming that she can and will take our children abroad without my consent. This claim is extremely distressing and has pushed me to my limits. She's convinced that she can simply take them and I'll have to retrieve them myself if I want them back. She's planning to leave the country for a month soon, and every interaction with her is becoming increasingly difficult. I'm finding it hard to manage these situations and it's taking a toll on me. I need help formulating the right phrases to address this situation with her. How can I clearly convey that her actions are unacceptable and potentially harmful to our children? TLDR. My ex is threatening to take our kids abroad without my consent. I need help finding the right words to address this situation with her. Update. I will make sure to keep you updated on any developments or changes in the situation. Edit. I will add any additional information or context as necessary to ensure the most accurate and helpful response. What's one tantrum that they threw that stuck out to you? I'll go first. When I got married, I made the mistake of letting her be the wedding planner, and she took complete control. After a while, I made the mistake of asking if I could have more say in the wedding. I was pa. One incident that still stands out in my mind is when I unwisely let her take charge of planning our wedding. She seized the opportunity and completely dominated the planning process. However, after a time, I attempted to assert some control over the wedding, which I was footing the bill for, and she reacted explosively once we got home. As she grasped the reality that I wouldn't back down and others were siding with me, she dramatically flung herself to the ground like a young child, wildly flailing her arms and legs as if she'd lost her balance, and let out a loud, piercing wail reminiscent of a 2-year-old's tantrum. Here is my answer: robocalling bastards. So the other day I got one of those robocalls that tell you, this is your last chance to help your credit, please stay on the line to speak to an agent. Instead of